Hey there! If you're a dog owner here in Snellville, you already know that life with your four-legged friend is one big adventure. So let's talk about how to find the right training support to make sure all of those adventures are the good kind.
Really, the whole point of this is to get you and your pup ready to enjoy everything our community has to offer. To feel confident and just comfortable when you're out and about together. So why does training matter so much for living right here? Well, it goes way beyond just having a well-behaved dog at home. It's really about making sure you and your dog can both be a happy, comfortable part of the community.
I want you to just picture this for a second. Imagine a nice, calm walk at Briscoe Park. No pulling, no drama. Or you're on a neighborhood trail and your dog greets someone politely. How about relaxing at one of the shops on Scenic Highway, without a fuss? Or even just being able to stay focused when there's a kid's soccer game going on nearby. That's the kind of thing we're aiming for.
Okay, so before you even start searching for a trainer, it's a really good idea to stop and think about what you actually want to achieve. Every dog's different, right? So let's pinpoint what you might need. All right, first up is basic obedience. You can think of this as the foundation of the house. It's all those core commands you'd expect: sit, stay, coming when called, and of course that really crucial skill of walking on a leash politely. You gotta have this foundation before you can build anything else. Now, what if you're dealing with something a little more complex? Things like fear, or maybe your dog gets really reactive around other dogs, or even separation anxiety. That's where behavior modification comes into play. It's a structured plan a trainer creates to help tackle those deeper issues. And the good news is, you don't have to figure it all out by yourself.
So, does any of this sound familiar? Maybe you've got a new puppy who needs a little help learning about the world. Or are you just so over your dog jumping on every single person who walks through your door? Whatever it is, leash pulling, barking, reactivity, just knowing your main goal makes finding the right help so much easier.
Okay, so you've got your goals in mind. Now, how can a trainer actually help you reach them? Let's take a look at the different methods and types of training you're likely to come across. You'll hear this a lot, and for good reason. Modern, effective training is pretty much all built on reward-based methods. It's not just about using treats or praise to get good behavior, it's about building a stronger, more trusting relationship with your dog. That trust is what makes the changes really stick.
This is a big question for a lot of people. Should you go for a group class, or is a private lesson a better fit? It's one of the first choices you'll probably have to make, and honestly, both have some really great benefits. So let's break it down. Group classes, they are fantastic for practicing skills around real-world distractions, other dogs and people. Plus, they're great for socialization and are usually easier on the wallet. On the flip side, private lessons are totally customized to your dog. They're perfect for working on issues that only seem to happen at home, like that crazy barking every time the doorbell rings.
All right, so you know what you need and you have an idea of the different formats. Now, how do you actually find that perfect trainer? Let's talk about the practical steps for making sure they're the right fit.
You're going to see a bunch of letters after trainers' names, like a whole alphabet soup. Don't let it intimidate you. A CPDTK means they've passed a big test on training knowledge. A CBCKK signals they have deeper expertise in more complex behavior issues. These credentials are just a good sign that a trainer is serious about their education and staying up to date.
When you talk to a potential trainer, you're basically interviewing them for a job, so come prepared with some questions. You'll want to ask about their methods to make sure they're positive. Inquire about their credentials. Definitely ask how they'll tailor a plan specifically for your dog. And of course, get a clear idea of the costs and how you'll both track your progress. All right, let's bring it right back home to Snellville. We need to talk about two really practical things: how much training typically costs here and some local rules you need to know. So what can you expect a budget for training in 2025? This chart gives you a pretty good ballpark. A series of group classes will likely run a couple $100, while a single private lesson is often in that $100 to $200 range. Seeing these numbers up front can really help you choose a format that fits your budget.
Okay, here's one number you really need to remember in Snellville: 6 feet. In all public spaces in Gwinnett County, your dog's leash can't be longer than 6 feet. It's a key safety rule, so it's a good idea to leave those retractable leashes at home when you head to the park.
And besides that leash law, there are a couple other key rules. Your dog must have a current rabies tag on their collar. That's a state law. Also, be mindful of barking. Under Gwinnett County rules, excessive barking can actually be considered a nuisance, which is just another great reason to work on that with a trainer.
With all this planning and preparation, it's good to remember what this is all really about:
You're not just correcting problems, you're building a confident, happy companion who can navigate the world right alongside you.
You know, investing in training really does open up your world. It means you can have friends over without worrying about your dog jumping all over them. It means peaceful walks where you're not stressed about passing another dog. It leads to more relaxed trips to the park and just more adventures together around town. We wish you the very best in finding the right partner to help you and your dog enjoy all that life has to offer.